Welcome to Monkey See,
Monkey Review.
where this week we're going to go ahead and pregame and get ahead of the ball for Marvel's next series, the What If series.
What if?
Yes, so I am. Hey, guess what? No spoilers because it hasn't came out yet. So
But next week. Is it Wednesday?
It comes out on the 11th, which is August 11th, which is Wednesday, because Marvel and Disney as a whole is wanting to move all their new release stuff to Wednesdays. That way it doesn't compete with their cinematic stuff that they're releasing through the Premiere or the Disney Plus, Premium Access?
Yeah, Premium Access.
And stuff coming to actual theaters. They don't want to compete. So they're putting all the new stuff on Wednesdays. I think they'll branch out and probably do like a Star Wars Thursdays, other stuff Tuesdays.
That'd be interesting.
Marvel Wednesdays.
What if, right?
Right, what if?
Yeah.
So, I'm excited about this series, dude.
Yep.
We've got a lot of information. They've released probably 4 trailers at this point, and I think we've got a lot of good content to go on as far as where we are heading with What If.
Yep.
Yes, so.
Should be good. I mean, they can literally do anything.
See, when Loki cracked the multiverse wide open with Sylvie, they literally released Pandora's box of possibilities.
I mean, that's literally going to set up the next probably 15 years of Marvel content.
Yes. So one of the big things I've heard this week is originally what they had planned on doing is Kevin Feige had planned out the next 15 to 20 years.
Yeah.
But when Disney started acquiring Fox and other things like that and getting more access to the Sony universe, they were like, okay, let's condense the next 10 years down into the next 6 years. Again, this is a rumor, so don't get all fired up for it. But if that's the case, we can get a lot more content now consistently, especially with Disney Plus releasing new information and new content almost monthly now.
Yeah.
So it really opens the door for a lot of new stories.
Yeah, Disney Plus is finally getting to what we thought Disney Plus was going to be
in the beginning.
Yeah.
Yes.
COVID hit. It kind of screwed up all the original plans I think they had.
Yes.
Everything got pushed back, and
Yes.
the momentum pretty much halted. Yeah. I mean, with Black Widow and everything, just crazy year.
Yeah.
So now I think we're finally in the season of Disney Plus as what it was meant to be, and then they're going to build on it.
Absolutely. The pandemic definitely, like you said, put some wrinkles in the plan and definitely put some hitches in, just the flow of the content.
Yeah, because pretty much as soon as they've opened back up with Winter Soldier, everything's been coming pretty consistently.
Yes, we definitely. They rearranged the order because I think, we were supposed to get Falcon and the Winter Soldier. Then we were going to get WandaVision. Then we were going to get Loki, which makes more sense now having the retrospect to look back on all 3.
Yeah.
But they had to rewrite and reshoot a lot of Falcon and the Winter Soldier because of what we speculate as far as changing the storyline.
Yeah.
So I'm excited. But going into What If, we have a really big opportunity. This is one of those things where the storyline can literally be anything.
Yeah.
So, real quick, for those who don't know what If is, it is based on a comic book series called surprise. What If? It's called What If. So, in the story is they'll take they will take a storyline that's already pre-existing and they will change one key aspect. And what if Tony Stark didn't get hit by the shrapnel, which is going to actually be a story that we get where he is going to be becoming friends with Killmonger. And he does not become Iron Man in the traditional sense. So that's a story we have coming up. We have a story where what if Steve Rogers did not take the super soldier serum, but Peggy Carter did.
Yep.
So we get Captain Carter, which is going to be very interesting.
Is it Captain Carter or Captain Britain?
Well, that's the thing. Here's the thing: in the comic universe, Captain Britons are a multi-dimensional team that come together at the what is called the the lighthouse, and that is their portal into the bigger multiverse. So, guys, we may be getting almost a story where it's Guardians of the Multiverse set up. If she becomes a Captain Britain in that respect, we'll see. I'm super stoked for it. I'm really fired up. So, we did a thing today where we ask in our Facebook group, which, by the way, if you haven't liked the Facebook group, we encourage you. Hey, go check it out. It's Monkey See, Monkey Review. We'll actually include a link in the description of how to get there. Say you want to be a member, we'll approve it today, and you're in with the fans.
That's right.
We love it. Which big news, we just crossed 1,000 members in the group last week, which is huge for us. Like, we're super stoked.
Yeah, we're 4 months old at this point.
4 months
and have
old.
1,000
followers, man. Like, we're excited. We get a lot of great content, a lot of great,
very
group
active. Everyone's been very active. It's been awesome.
Yeah.
Kind of building the community as a whole, and everyone's contributing. It's not just me and Sonny doing it. It's everyone's kind of jumping in and helping out.
Yeah.
And it's fun.
Yeah.
Right.
It's been a lot of fun. Like, I was really nervous going into it. Like, this is going to be creating a lot of content, blah, blah, blah. But, dude, like, our fans and our friends and our family in this group have definitely, like, all pitched in and, like, taken ownership. Like, I want to contribute to make this a better community.
Yeah. Because, sometimes I'll wake up with, like, let's approve, like, 5 or 6 posts that happen in the middle of the night. Or, get back after dinner and then pull up Facebook and there's, 10 notifications.
Yeah.
Oh, there's more posts to approve, or
more posts to approve, more people.
Things
I approved 13 new people to be added to the group today. So it's just like, okay, we're steadily growing, guys.
Yeah.
Super fun, a lot of Check it out. Okay. What If, though? What If is going to be a fantastic series because of the fact that what we've seen already is exciting.
Yes.
Like, we are going to get a story where Doctor Strange actually goes more towards the dark side and becomes Doctor Superior Strange, or Doctor Strange Superior, or however they're going to word his name. But here's another rumor too. He's going to show up in Multiverse of Madness.
That'd be awesome.
So not just him. We also get the story where Peggy Carter becomes Captain Britain / Captain Carter, whatever we're going to call her.
Yep.
Rumor is she is going to appear in live action in the Multiverse of Madness.
Yeah. So we've talked about this, that they're going to potentially introduce a lot of characters in the What If series that we may see in the cinematic universe, and then maybe vice versa.
Yes. So we did a thing today in the group, like going back to that, where we hey, you got some questions about this, ask us. We really want to cover it. So we wrote a few of them down. Shout out to Eli Baker for sending us this question. It says, who are you both looking forward to seeing the most in potentially the What If stories?
Me personally,
yes,
I would like to see them introduce Fantastic Four, some of the X-Men, maybe even some of the expanded Spider-Man universe.
Yes.
Characters
Spider-Verse,
into it.
baby.
Just because they can bring it in, it's a lot easier to do it now.
Yeah.
And get some introductions and some tie-ins to the MCU as a whole, bringing the characters back home where they belong. And, and then it doesn't tie them down to keeping that same version of the character in the actual cinematic universe as well, so they can kind of have some fun with it, do some introductions. Okay, we're back. The family's back together.
Yeah.
We're about to have a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Yeah, I would love to see them introduce X-Men, of course, because that's my bread and butter, man. I love some X-Men. I don't see them doing it here. I would love to see them give a nod out.
Yeah, even if it's just one character, or like some nod outs to it, or even
give me a Wolverine-looking character walking through the background. Give me a bald-headed man in a wheelchair. Like, give me something just to Oh, did you see that? Or an orange rock. I don't care. Just give me something. The person I would like to see the most, actually, right now, I'm just thinking in context of the MCU connective tissue and all that, I would love to see Vision. I would love to see a Vision character interact and have some kind of connectivity to a story where he and Wanda never were in a relationship.
That'd be interesting.
How did he change? How did she change? What kind of story would that be? I know that we're going to get a story where in the What If series. So I guess if you don't want to see anything, there could be potential spoilers in this. A lot of it's still just rumors. So
we have no idea.
Yeah, we really
don't.
Only thing we know is what they've confirmed, and they've confirmed that we're going to get an Ultron storyline,
which would be awesome.
Which is going to be absolutely awesome.
Wonder if James Spader's coming back to voice this. character.
I'm curious as to who he is because they have a lot of the original actors coming back to voice these
He's
animated
a
characters.
phenomenal actor.
Absolutely.
Did not do him justice at all
No.
in Age of Ultron, but he is a phenomenal actor. Like, he is just
Right.
incredible. Just incredible. It's the same guy that, plays Doctor Strange.
Yeah.
Benedict. Phenomenal actor.
Yeah.
It's just,
They
you have
have
some just key people that,
no shortage of talent. Man.
yes, and then just Marvel does not do a great job
No.
developing their villains whatsoever, which is just sad.
But I think that's going to change now that we have the Disney
I
Plus
hope so.
because I feel like we've got a pretty good amount of development so far just off of one episode with Kang
Yes.
in the Loki series.
Yeah, which some people didn't like that.
Really?
Some people did not. I heard a lot of negative about it.
Oh, that's sad.
he didn't nail the character at all. They should have stuck more with the comic book version and this and that. But as we are going into the multiverse
Yes.
of madness, this is one version of the character.
Right,
Right.
exactly.
So ultimately, is this guy going to be the big bad,
Yes.
or is it another version of himself?
Right.
So I personally liked it. I thought it was cool, and I agree with you. I think they did the character justice as far as some development to it.
I think he was a great introduction.
Yes.
Great introduction. This is just, getting your beak wet. Just, a little taste of, what can be coming down the line.
Yeah, so we can talk about this for hours.
Oh, absolutely.
But
Get into some more questions.
so
So Eli Baker, for me, Vision, I want to see a Vision story. I want to see a different version of Vision. With Ultron being in one of the character stories, I think we're going to get that.
that'd be awesome. And then I just, like I said, some introductions to some new characters. I love to see some villains come in that they can start developing down the road.
Yes.
That's just me.
Please.
All right, so the next one we got is from Brandon Parker.
Yes.
He's one of the Facebook followers.
Yes,
He's been
he
pretty
is.
devoted.
Very. Thank you, by the way, man. We
Yes.
appreciate everything you interacting and being a part of our community.
All right, so he asked if we were going to do a what if series, but in the DC universe.
Right.
Who would you pick?
Okay. So, I would go with a Kyle Raynor character from the Green Lantern Corps. He took on the ring after Hal Jordan actually went insane. Zero hour storyline way back in the 90s. Okay. He took over and essentially became the last Guardian to wield the ring for the Green Lantern Corps. Of course, stories change. It all comes back later on. But he was incredible. I would like to have seen a story with him where he didn't just take on the Green Lantern ring. There's another story called Blackest Night. I would like to see one where he actually really went to the dark side on that one. How would that have played out? Would there have been a remnant of heroes that he had to take on?
I think you guys are picking up a trend that we like villains a little bit.
You can't go wrong with a good villain.
You can't. See, for me personally, just villains in general, you can't have a great hero without a great villain.
Yes.
So
I agree. The better the hero, the greater the villain he's got to have to be able to have a good story.
overcome
Yes.
that person, right?
Yes, absolutely. So, but what about you, man? In the DC universe?
I'm a Joker guy.
Yeah.
I love the Joker. So I think it'd be cool to do something with him,
Yeah.
even with Batsy.
Yeah.
And because there's a lot of potential even with the Batman.
Yeah.
What you could say,
The
Batverse.
mythos. Yes.
So the Batverse
yes.
would be amazing. Because it's just a great storyline. You got a lot of great villains within the Batman universe,
Yeah.
personally. So I'd love to see some more of that. But that's me personally.
Right.
Like, I'm a Batman nerd.
Yeah. We're sitting in his living room right now. We're recording this video, and over to my right, which would be, I think your left on the video, there is a plethora of nerdy Batman paraphernalia.
I love the Joker. That's my boy right there.
Yeah.
Insanity, yet extremely brilliant.
Is it
Clever.
insanity or is it such an intelligence that comes across as insanity?
I think it's a little bit of both.
I think it is.
That's beautiful.
I completely agree.
Yeah, because anyways, I could talk about it for hours.
Right?
Yeah.
Absolutely. Okay. Next, one of our questions came from Aaron Anderson. Thank you, dude, for sending not just one, but 12 questions.
Yeah.
We're not going to get to all of them. We're really just going to focus on the ones that pertain to what if and what if storylines.
Yep.
So first one you ask is there a chance we will see Captain Carter in more MCU projects? I'm going to say that's almost been completely confirmed at this point.
Yeah.
We have no set photos, we have no leaks, we have nothing but some major rumors that Peggy Carter's Captain Carter, Captain Britain, will appear in the Multiverse of Madness.
Yep.
Which I think would absolutely be a perfect place to bring her in.
Yeah, because I think they will. Because, there's been rumors that they're going to do a storyline of Cap and her when he goes back in time, and how
Yes.
they had a life, lived their lives
They
together.
had their
right?
life together, yeah.
Yeah, so I think that she'll reprise her role, and a lot of people liked her actual series that
Yeah.
they did. It was just one season,
Yeah.
right? A lot of people liked it. I personally not watched it, but a lot of people did like it.
I
And
watched a fair amount of it. I liked what I saw. It's just it was still coming on regular network
Yes.
television. And then we just cut it out completely and went
yeah, a
to
lot of
streaming.
people. I think it just didn't pick up,
Yeah.
popularity like
Yeah.
it could have. But it was a good show from what I've heard.
I think it would be one of the series that they potentially could revamp and bring back for Disney Plus.
They could.
I think
yeah.
that would be a great streaming series right there. I liked it. My wife loved it. We thought it was a good series when I saw of it. So, yes, I think we will see Captain Carter in a lot of the future potentially going forward, especially since we don't have a Steve Rogers with the Super Soldier Serum currently at this point.
Currently. So that leads us into the next question: is do you think we'll see a Captain Hydra in the MCU?
Okay, so for those of you who are not familiar with Captain Hydra, Captain Hydra is a storyline that they did in the comics where instead of Steve Rogers being Captain America, he was a sleeper agent for Hydra. So he was never really serving the American cause. He was always just...
Hail Hydra. Which they kind of do a nod out to that.
Right.
They
did that in Endgame.
Endgame, yeah. I was trying to remember the elevator scene. Yeah, so in Endgame, he's...
Where he leans in and...
Hail Hydra.
Yeah.
Because he knows at that point, they're all Hydra agents.
Because he's gone back in time.
Yeah.
So, but yeah. So, do I think there is a potential for that? I absolutely do, because there's a lot of confirmation out there that Chris Evans actually wants to come back for 2, maybe 3 more roles in the MCU.
Even if they do just a mini series of it, I think it'd be cool to do.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And this thing, with the multiverse now in play, somewhere in the multiverse there is a moment where he is Captain Hydra.
Yeah.
So I do think that we're going to get that. I do think that's going to be something that comes. Yeah, it might be coming in Phase 5, because I know Phase 4 they're going to be very focused and heavy on the Kang storyline.
Yeah.
But multiversal, we could see. Yeah, I think it would be incredible. What do you think? So you think it would happen, my friend?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd love to see it happen.
Right.
Again, villain.
Yeah. Okay, so next one. Due to recent rumors that Kevin Feige wants the Red Guardian and Sam Wilson's Captain America to fight, who do you think would win? And is there a chance that we will see it?
Red Guardian.
Red Guardian.
All the way.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So
No doubt.
nothing against
Now,
Sam.
if it's Sam with Bucky,
Yeah.
I'll take Sam and Bucky.
Right. Sam Bucky.
Alone? No.
Right. Because this gives us 2 instances where the Russians actually had a really good working formula for the Super Soldier Serum.
Yep.
Because the Russians and the Hell Hydra were all kind of working together on that. So, yeah, they got Bucky out of that. They got the Red Guardian out of that.
And then the other...
They had 6 other ones.
Yep.
So, was there 5?
I thought it was 5.
Nah. We'll have to watch
5
it
or
again.
6.
Darn.
Yeah, darn. 5 or 6. Yeah, but, they're all...
Yeah.
So at this point, there's only 2 left that we know of.
Yes. I'm going to go with Red Guardian, too, just because of the fact of his endurance, I think, is going to outlast Sam's because of the Super Soldier Serum. In the long run, I think he's going to be able to outwork Sam.
I think he's smarter, too, than you think he is.
I agree with that. I think he has a lot more intelligence, and they just didn't play it out. I do think, though, that in the future we will see a Red Guardian team come into play, because why create him for one movie and then just be done with his character?
Yeah, because he did a great job, and people
fantastic.
Like his characters in that movie.
Absolutely.
He was one of my favorite parts.
Yeah, and I also get the feeling that going forward into the MCU, we're going to start getting a lot more villain-centric storylines or the darker side of the
Yeah, I mean,
heroes.
that's what they've been teasing.
Yes,
I mean,
with the
heavily.
Dark Avengers
Yes.
and with Black Widow's quote-unquote sister. And, we also know we get an Abomination in Shang-Chi. I keep wanting to call it what, we've called it for decades, but it is Shang-Chi. So, yes, I think we'll get to see it. I think we will get to see some kind of nod out towards that. Now, do I think we'll have a winner? No, I think they'll wind up teaming up against a bad guy. That's the way they always play it.
Yeah, I mean, they will, but...
Yeah, we'll see which way it starts to go.
Yeah.
So, next, does the events in What If take place in the same timeline / universe, or does it take place in different universes? Okay, so I know we're getting, I think, 9 episodes. And this was a question I actually had been contemplating and talking to Aaron Anderson about again, is will any of these stack on top of each other, or are all these going to be individually 9 different universes that we get?
It'll probably be a little bit of a mix. I think you'll have some standalone episodes just to tell some different stories, and then you'll have some that may tie in together, and maybe eventually all tie in together.
Yes.
Yeah, which we talked about earlier. But yeah, probably a mix.
Yeah, I think so. I think I would like to see a couple of universes stack together. I know we're going to get the T'Challa as Star-Lord episode, and we are also getting the Peggy Carter as Captain America or Captain Britain episode. I would like to see that being in the same connective universe.
Yep.
Whereas, same situation. She gets frozen in ice, wakes up, and then
Or they could
Guardians.
do season 1 where it's one universe, season 2 is where it's a different universe.
Yeah.
And eventually do a big...
Yeah, I would actually love to see.
Tie-in.
And they may do this with the Multiverse Madness, potentially some, where we all come together as a team to become the guardians of the multiverse.
Yeah.
Because that's been a big thing in the Marvel comics is we've had storylines of the Exiles where it's a group of mutants. They come together to correct things in the multiverse that are spiraling this universe towards destruction. They'll come in and try to save that universe and such. So we've got a lot of instances where that has happened, and I think that we could see that definitely play out in potentially towards the end of the season or potentially in a season 2.
Yeah.
Because infinite storylines, man, with characters. Yeah, bro, let's do this.
Brilliant.
So, but anyways, one more question, and we'll do, a little dialogue afterwards.
Yeah.
So, what's the last one?
So will we see another version of Kang the Conqueror in What If?
I hope so. Will we? I don't know, but I would love to see that.
See, I think that we will,
I think it would be foolish not to have that to some degree.
especially if they're setting him up as the big bad for the next 10 years.
Yeah.
That they're going to develop his character. I think we're going to see a lot of different versions of this guy
Yeah.
throughout the next few years.
I agree with that. I really think that that's one of the things that we need to see because it was built up so much at the end of Loki that he who remains is this guy that has taken over all of it.
I have fought with myself.
Yes.
I have beaten every other version of myself to become he who remains.
Yes.
Because I have many different names.
Yes.
Right. So
I think so. I think we've got to. I think that, that's such a huge tease out right there. We need to see some of that. We need to see some of these characters, different versions of Kangs. And that's another thing in the comic book. There is a council of Kangs where they all come together and diverging timelines is not just one set, but they all come together to encourage and, hey, keep going at it, buddy.
Yeah.
You'll make it. But to give technology, share information, and to...
And he kind of mentioned that in Loki, too,
Yeah.
that they did start
Yeah.
that type of, friendship and bond. And then eventually different versions had different ideas. No, I want to conquer
Yes.
because I'm a conqueror.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
So there we have it. I think that we're going to. I don't see why we wouldn't, even if it's not a full storyline about that character. but some kind of a mention from Iwatu the Watcher, who's going to be like the narrator for the series. Big, bald, blue cape. Yeah. That's Iwatu the Watcher. Yeah, so I'm really, really excited, man. I'm so geeking out.